So Elimination Chamber is this weekend. The final pieces of the WrestleMania puzzle are starting to come into place. And this is a prediction video.
Hello.
And welcome to Ricky on Wrestling. In this video, we're going to be going over my predictions for the Chamber. So let's just kick things off with match number one. It is the Women's Elimination Chamber match. The winner goes on to face Rhea Ripley for the WWE Women's World Championship. Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Naomi, and Roxanne Perez in the Chamber. And Liv Morgan, I guess there's no one else in this match right now that I think isn't going to be otherwise occupied on WrestleMania weekend. Now, do I think this precludes the chance of them still working out some way to get Io Sky in this match? No. But realistically looking at this, Alexa Bliss, she just got back. I don't see her going against Rhea Ripley this early. Also, she's on SmackDown, and that kind of dictates who's going to be facing Rhea Ripley because it's a Raw title. So I don't see Alexa Bliss going to SmackDown then immediately switching brands to Raw. So she's out. Bayley, that's potential. There is potential there for that, but I still feel like she's going to be otherwise occupied at WrestleMania with someone else. Naomi and Bianca, if I had have done this list a day ago, maybe I would have put Bianca Belair there, but they just lost those tag titles. The whole story with Jade Cargill seems to be gathering a little bit of steam, and I feel like either Bianca or Naomi is responsible for that. So I feel like they're going to be occupied with each other at WrestleMania. Roxanne Perez, it's just too soon. I would love to see that match. It would be a bold move to do that, and I would applaud it, and I would go, yep, good call. I love that. It's new blood. It's something we haven't seen before. But I just feel like it's going to be Liv Morgan. Here is my caveat for that, though. I feel like if Liv Morgan does get the win here, Monday night on Raw, it is Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley for the title. I feel like Liv Morgan or Raquel Rodriguez or a combination of the two of them are going to interrupt that match, causing a no contest or a DQ or some sort of shitty finish. Out comes Smack Daddy. Ladies, this is now a triple threat. I feel like that's potentially the route they go down to get Io Sky onto the Mania card in a match. Make it a triple threat. That's fine. I don't care. I'm not a one-on-one match purist as a lot of people on the internet are. I don't really care. If it's a good match, it's a good match. So I feel like that is the route they go down. The eventual result will be Rhea, Io, Liv in a triple threat for that title. So yeah, it's Liv. Okay, next match on the card, Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus against Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. This is an easy one. It's going to be Trish and Tiffany. Get the home crowd to pop. It's Canada. Trish is going to win. This is like the match they throw on there. It's like every pay-per-view has had the same formula recently where it's like you've got a women's main event and a men's main event, and then like two undercard matches, one of which is usually like a title or a blood feud, and then that fourth match is like, why isn't this happening at the top of the second hour on SmackDown? And that is what this match feels like to me. I know it is a big deal because Trish Stratus is there. It's Canada. It feels bigger than the second hour of SmackDown, but this is not really going to have too much sway on anything storyline related, unless, of course, Charlotte comes out and costs them the match, which it could happen, and that could help build your story towards WrestleMania. But I just feel like at this point, it's just a match to get the home crowd pop, and that's pretty much it. So Trish and Tiffany get the win here. And that brings us to the next match on the card, or should I say, this is not a match, this is not a real match, because it's unsanctioned. Why is there a referee? Why is there a result? This is just two people fucking butting heads until one of them can't butt heads no more. So it's the unsanctioned match. Sami Zayn v Kevin Owens. They're billing this like it's the final time these two will ever have a match together. And I feel like if that is the case, which it probably isn't going to be the case, but for the time being, I really don't know. But I just feel like if you get the hometown pop with Trish and Tiffany to send the crowd into raptures and make them all happy, you kind of got to make them a bit sad as well for, balance. Yeah, Kevin Owens wins this unsanctioned match that isn't a match and shouldn't have a result, but Kevin Owens, I think, wins here. The only thing that's like making me doubt that is, where's Randy? Where's Randy? Where is he? So Randy might come back and help Sami get the win here, but just feel like everything in this feud is leading towards just Kevin going over again, because he never gets to go over that much. He always takes the fucking loss. And I just want him to win. I just want him to be successful because I love him. Right now, I shouldn't because he's a dick, but I do. I just think he wins here. I think Sammy really, really needs to suffer. And he's suffered enough that it just feels like he needs to suffer some more. That will only in the long term make us love him and want him to succeed more because I really think that this year potentially could be a year where Sammy makes a legit run for a heavyweight title, but it will not come without some sacrifice. And that sacrifice right now has to be losing to Kevin Owens in the most brutal way possible. Let him do everything up to a point where it becomes too much. Like, we need to hate Kevin Owens after this match. I want to hate him. I want you to take him as someone that I look at and go, man, I fucking love this dude. He worked his ass off in the ring. He's just one of the best. I think he's one of the best wrestlers wrestling right now. And the fact that he's a heel doesn't matter to me. But by the end of this match, I want to fucking hate this dude. I want to despise Kevin Owens. And there is a way for them to do that. There's a way for them to get that over. And it's just let them do whatever the fuck they want up to a certain point. And that point is getting kicked off every streaming platform. That's what I want from this match. I want 2010 Ring of Honor ladder war type shit. So whether we get that or not, who knows? I think it's going to be a pretty brutal match regardless, but that's what I want. Just give me what I want.
Give me what I want!
And the final match on the card is the men's elimination chamber match. The winner goes on to face Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. We have John Cena, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, Damian Priest, and Seth Rollins in the chamber. I think everyone knows where this is heading. There is a little wrinkle that I'll speak to in a moment, but it's John Cena. It is John Cena. John Cena's going to win this match because that's where this is heading. It's John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. That is the match we are getting at WrestleMania. I still think they're going to find a way to not do that, but for the time being, John Cena wins. And when I say they're not going to do that, I mean, I feel like, and I know I just already did this with the women's match, but still feel like there's a way to get a third person in this match. And it's not because they feel like they're being missed off the card or CM Punk needs his main event moment. I do genuinely feel like you need to protect John Cena in this match. If he's not going to take the pin, it keeps him somewhat strong because if he takes a pin, it's him taking another pin. It's another loss. I know I've said before, the struggle is the story, but we need to also believe that he can win the title, the 17th title, at some point this year. So if you put someone else in this match to take the pin and also help carry the match, because as I said previously, John Cena is not the John Cena of 5 to 10 years ago. Old John Cena. He's balding John Cena. I just don't know that he can deliver, at least in a one-on-one scenario, a main event worthy match on WrestleMania. So for the time being, John Cena wins. Now, the wrinkle. Let's get to the wrinkle. And that pretty much takes us into the Rock and Cody segment, which, will it close the show? Who knows? I kind of feel like the result of the Chamber match is going to sort of dictate where this falls in the card, whether it goes before the Chamber match, after the Chamber match. I feel like this is going to be kind of what I said in my video review of their actual segment on SmackDown. Cody's going to say no. Cody is going to say no to The Rock. But now, I'm kind of starting to think a different way, and I might have a video up about that tomorrow, about where I'm actually kind of leaning with what The Rock is doing here. But Cody is going to say no. It will get physical. I think there'll be a slap and or a rock bottom. And I think that'll kind of be it. It'll be a no for now. The story kind of takes that beat and goes, where do we go next from here? Does The Rock start to look elsewhere for his corporate champion? Does he start to look at other people? Like I said, where this falls on the card, whether we have the result of the men's chamber or not, may give us some indication of where he's looking. And I do think that if he is to look elsewhere, it lies within the other 5 men in the chamber as his potential suitors to be his corporate champion. So, like I said, there's a wrinkle. But the other thing I think this does is it truly properly cements The Rock as a heel going into this WrestleMania as well. Like, he's been playing it up as a bit of a tweener in the last couple of appearances on Netflix, the debut, and then on SmackDown this past week, where he comes out, he does the corporate thing, literally does whatever he needs to do and says whatever he needs to say to get the message across that, yeah, WrestleMania's here and welcome to Netflix and thank you to the executives and blah, 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 blah. And then by the end of it, he'll turn around and talk down to the crowd or say he's coming for someone's soul. So I think this segment needs to cement what is The Rock right now. Is he the final boss? Is he going to be involved in the build to WrestleMania? I think after what we saw on SmackDown, hell yes, he's going to be at the Chamber. And I think this segment just needs to get across the fact that, yes, this is the final boss again. He is a heel. He should be booed. He should be hated going into WrestleMania because he is now starting to be this new de facto authority figure in WWE, taking over from Vince McMahon and Triple H all those years ago. This is the new on-screen bad guy authority figure in the final boss. And that kind of works as someone who is only going to want to show up when he wants to. That gives me the impression as a viewer to be like, this guy just rolls in whenever he feels like it, says whatever he says, inserts himself into matches, inserts himself into main events, touches people on the face weirdly. That just adds to the character of this amorphous authority figure who's sort of playing from the shadows, but then shows up whenever he feels like it. Like, that adds to this sort of final boss character. So I think that's what the end of this has to be, is we just need to know that he's a heel and his search for a corporate champion is not over. It's just beginning. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Those are my predictions for the Elimination Chamber 2025. Chuck your predictions down in the comments. Hit the like button, hit the bell, hit subscribe. I genuinely appreciate it. See you all in the next video, and bye.